Hey, welcome to the Happy You're Here podcast. It's Ayana and
Ayana's mom.
Ayana's mom. Mom's back on the pod. And guys, we've tried to record this episode a million times, right? Like,
Probably like
so
two
many times.
hours. 2 hours of Wi-Fi issues.
That's last night. Last night, 2 hours.
Yep.
And then we're back again tonight recording. And it's probably been like, maybe, is it 2 hours tonight too?
I think it's been longer than 2 hours because we started at, 8, 9, 10. It's almost 3 hours.
Oh,
It's almost
brother.
3.
Yeah, guys, we're running into a lot of technical difficulties. Honestly, I think it's like my Wi-Fi. Well, maybe at first it was a mix of like her Wi-Fi and my Wi-Fi. Now I think it's just my Wi-Fi. Whatever. This really shows our dedication. We've literally it's not going to probably, we've run through the beginning like a few times. So whatever. We're here. That's all that matters. And that's all that matters. And we're so excited and we're so happy that you're here. We're going to be talking about Big Brother on this episode, a full week. So that's like the first episode, the premiere episode, the HOH, nominations, veto, eviction, BB Blockbuster, all that good stuff. And then before we get into Big Brother, we're going to talk about pop culture. So Mom's going to tell us about her take on Sardine Summer.
It's just something that I heard on the podcast. They were talking about the trend of Sardine Summer, where people are wearing clothes that are sardine themed. They're doing nail art theme and home decor sardine theme, which is really interesting. Ayana said she's never heard of it before. Is it trending? Ayana? I guess that's
Yeah.
You can Google it.
I don't think it's a thing. On the record, it's not a thing. And she was like, well, maybe it's because you're like not young. And I was like, well, definitely not that. How dare you? That's not the case. At the time when she told me about it, I wasn't on social media a whole bunch and I didn't see it. But even like since then, like I haven't seen it. I haven't looked it up. I think it's weird. No hate or anything to the people who participate in Sardine Summer. It just makes me think about the movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and like how they lived in a sardine town. So
It's very interesting.
Good movie.
Great movie. I haven't seen it in years, but it's great movie. I think we went
I
to the
probably
movies
saw
to
it the
see
other
it
day.
Oh, you did?
Probably. I don't know. We went to the movies to see it, you think? I don't know. Probably.
I think we did all those years ago. I'm pretty sure we went to the movies to see it. But yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, so not in celebrity. 3 celebrity deaths happened this week or this past week, like back to back to back, and Mom's going to talk about those.
Yes, we lost Malcolm Jamal Warner from the Cosby Show, Ozzy Osbourne of Black Sabbath, and Hulk Hogan, very famous wrestler. Theo, Malcolm Jamal Warner, played Theo on the Cosby Show. He unfortunately drowned on vacation in Cabo St. Lucas. I believe his 8-year-old daughter, was with him, and he was swimming. They were both swimming. They were able to save her, but they weren't able to save him. So that's very sad that she had to watch her father die. Ozzy Osbourne, I'm not sure what he died from. I know he had Parkinson's disease, but his cause of death has not been released yet. And Hulk Hogan, I believe, Yanni said he died of cardiac arrest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, very sad. 3 people and 3 celebrities in the short, a week's time? Very week's time. And I was very surprised that Yana even knew who Ozzy Osbourne or Hulk Hogan was, but I know she knows who Malcolm Jamal Warner was. She watched Cosby Show with her father. Her father loves Cosby Show. So, but yeah, they're sad.
I thought Ozzy Osbourne was from Kiss, so definitely my bad on that. Hulk Hogan, I know about him because in college I wrote a paper there is a documentary on Netflix about Hulk Hogan and like his sex tape or something, but like, there was a lawsuit around it. I don't even know like what class I was taking, because like I went to school for business, for marketing, for communications. So you know what, it's probably my communications class. Yeah, probably that class. Anyways, yeah, so I wrote a paper on that, which is low-key kind of inappropriate. But yeah, I like watched the documentary and everything and wrote a paper on it. But yeah, I was telling mom like deaths happen in three, and those are like those are three, you know, deaths that happen like kind of relatively like after each other. And Theo's death made me think of Naya Rivera, how she passed. And she was like in the water with her child, and her child survived, but she didn't, which is so super sad. I don't know, like something's up with the water. All celebrities with children, stay away from the water, please.
Mm-hmm. Very sad. Rest in peace to everyone.
Yeah, everyone. Okay. Oh, yeah, guys. Also, some like background. So, mom and I both work full-time jobs. And so, like, you would think that we were making big bucks. That's like what mom was saying off of us, like recording this podcast. But no, like, we literally, we would love to make the big money. But for now, yeah, it's definitely just for fun. So I worked a full day today. Mom worked a half day, but she was like running around. So just so you know, like, if we're not high energy, or at least if mom's not, she's definitely like, she's yawned a million times. So that's why.
I'm like really working off fumes right now, but yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, she's dedicated. Get it done. Okay, so now we're gonna talk M3gan 2.0. I really liked it. Mom didn't like it, so mom, tell us why you didn't like it.
I did not like it because it wasn't a horror film. I am a big horror fan. I love horror movies. It's my favorite genre. And compared to the first M3gan 2.0 was more of like a maybe like an action film, sci-fi, because you know the whole robot and AI theme thing. I get that, but it wasn't a horror film, so I was disappointed and I didn't like it very much. But Yana, you liked it. You liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it. Mom and I actually went to go see it together, which is funny. We went to the movies together to see it. I liked it just because I like M3gan. I like that it's like a franchise now. Like, you know, there's another movie. I was excited to just like see M3gan on the big screen at the movies. Okay, so I looked it up. M3gan is a horror sci-fi movie. I agree with Mom that the first movie definitely was like a lot of gory, a lot of showing M3gan, you know, commit these heinous crimes, and I guess heinous crimes, like bloody murders, brutally showing it and all that good stuff. And the second movie, it wasn't as much like, you know, as she was saying, like horror, but I still really liked it. I would have been pretty much happy with anything. Low key, like even if it was bad, I still would have been like, you know what, it's good, because I just like M3gan. But so M3gan, the first movie, got a 93% score on Rotten Tomatoes, and then M3gan 2.0 got a 57% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So it looks like they agree, or Mom agreed. They agree with Mom, basically.
They certainly, yeah, it was trash. It was okay. I like M3gan. I like the whole character of M3gan. If they go back to the format they did in the first movie, if they make a third one and they make her, because she was a villain in the first one. She wasn't really a villain in the second one. Yeah, they just messed up with that second one. I don't have anything else to say about that. So I didn't enjoy it at all.
Yeah. But it made me think about like, okay, so what movies, you know, what sequels are better than the first movie? And off the top of my head, none. And then I like thought about it some more, and I was like, none. Mom, do you have any sequels that are better?
No, I couldn't think of any at all. Because like I was thinking, I was like, once you see a good movie, it's hard to top it. So people have this high expectation of, you know, oh, this movie, it has to live up to the first movie. And it's really hard to do so. So that's why I don't think that there are very many movies that, I can't think of any, but I don't think there are any sequels that are better than the first movies. I just don't think so.
I looked it up. Shrek 2, which I don't remember what that's about. Spider-Man 2, I also don't remember what that's about. Dark Knight, Who knows about that? Terminator 2. I know like Godfather 2, Toy Story 2, Mad Max 2, Paddington 2. Like, who was watching Paddington? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I know a lot of people do say they like The Godfather, the second Godfather. I know you didn't see that because you're not into movies like that. But I didn't think the second one was. I think the first one just can't be out. It can't be done. It was too good. So like I said, it's just hard. It's hard for a sequel to live up to the original. It's hard.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on to our next topic, the Tesla Diner. So the Tesla Diner is like brand spanking new. I saw it on TikTok probably like earlier this week. So yeah, we're recording this Friday night. It's in California. It's 24/7. There's a supercharger station, so I guess like you can, like charge your Tesla, whatever. We don't have Teslas. Like mom doesn't have a Tesla. I don't have a Tesla, and I don't think anyone in our family has a Tesla. I think Teslas are cool cars. They look cool, but like low-key, anyone who has a Tesla, I'm definitely side-eyeing you. Like, not how dare you, but it's like Elon Musk is a nasty man. So for you to like have a car that's like, I don't know. If I wanted a Tesla, I would just like find a car that looks similar, and it's probably a better car. Like, what is going on?
We were going to get a Tesla. That was going to be our next car. But after all this stuff came out with Elon Musk and he showed his true colors, we decided against it. But I think the Tesla, what is it? Diner? The Diner Cafe? What's it called?
Diner.
Oh yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I think that's cool. And
yeah,
I'm just cool. Curious. I'm curious to what kind of food they have. I know most people probably don't care about that, but I am a foodie, so I'm curious as to what the food is. But what is the cafe?
What does it look like? The diner?
Like what is it like there? Because I've never heard about it. This is my first time hearing about it from you. I didn't know it was a thing.
I saw it on TikTok a few times. It's the food, yeah, it's like fries, burgers, stuff like that. And then there's like robots, like Tesla robots that or at least the ones that I saw, they were like giving people popcorn. And like another TikTok I saw, like there was like a long line of people like trying to get in there or something like that. But it looks like really cool, like future like looking. I don't know. It looks cool. So I don't know. I think it's definitely more of an experience and not really about like the food, or maybe the food's good. I don't really know. I haven't seen reviews about the food.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Cool. Where is it?
Okay, so we're gonna.
Where is it located? You said?
Oh, it's in California.
Oh, cool.
Okay, the T app, guys. The T app is like real big right now. It's number 1 on the App Store. If you don't know about it, I think Mom, you know about it, right? Like now you do.
Yeah, I didn't know about it until you told me about it. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically like there's you know how like there's Facebook groups and it's like, are we dating the same guy kind of thing? And then in the Facebook group, it's like the girls posting pictures of the guys that they're like either dating or seeing or whatever. And they're like, are you dating him too? Or like, do you have like some information on him? Or like, have you been in this bedroom before? And it'll be like the guy's bedroom. It's like, it's juicy stuff. I've never been in the Facebook group. I know when I lived in Korea, a lot of like guys in the military like were cheating like crazy over there, and a lot of them had wives, and there were Facebook groups for that, which I wasn't in those, and maybe I should have been. But like that was a big thing over there about them cheating. I remember one time I was at the club and this one guy, I was like hanging out with him, and then he ended up being married. That was crazy. But anyways, so the T app is like those Facebook groups, but like another level. So it's like an app where like you can put out an alert basically. And like let's say you're saying someone and his name is Jake, you can put an alert on your phone for like the name Jake, and then like if someone on the app like in your area is talking about Jake, you can go and see if that's like your Jake pretty much. And yeah, now the app is number 1 on the App Store, and my friend told me about it I think like 2 weeks ago, and at that time there was like a wait list to get on the app. I guess it was like they were trying to, I guess, I don't know what that word would be, regulate, I don't know, they were trying to control basically like how many people were on the app, and then you had to go through this like process of verifying your identity. But anyways, yeah, mom has an update on that, so mom, tell us.
Well, today it came out that it was actually hacked, and they released people's information, selfies that they put on there, and also released their driver's license, because apparently you have to upload a picture of your driver's license to prove that you are who you say you are. So all of that has been released, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but something tells me that a man did that. Some type of into that place. But yeah, they have it online. They released the pictures of everybody's driver's license. That's crazy.
Oh my God. I'm so glad I didn't get on that app. I thought about it, but I was like, you know what? I feel like I have no real reason to be on it other than just to see like how messy it is. But yeah. And then my other friend told me about it literally this week too. And she was like, oh my God, like get on this app. It's crazy. But nope, I didn't get on it. I need to text them actually and be like, girl, your stuff is probably leaked. SOS.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so our last like pop culture note, and then we're gonna get into Big Brother. So I was like talking to mom, and I was like, should we talk about like the man and the lady at the Coldplay concert? I'm thinking no, but she was like, yeah. So.
Well, I did want to talk about it, but like now I don't, because I'm just tired of it and I'm over it. It was just everywhere. Everybody was making. At first, it was funny. Everybody was making fun of it and whatnot and blah blah blah. No, not really. I think the only thing I do really want to talk about is the fact that the lady who is the cheater, she's been able to snag two CEOs, two millionaires. So her husband that she cheated on is a CEO and a millionaire. He comes from a family, very wealthy family. And now she was messing with the CEO of the company that she worked for, and he's a millionaire. So my question is, how is she snagging all these rich men? That's my question. Good for her.
No, she should definitely write a book. I would read it. I would buy it in a heartbeat.
But yeah, other than that, I'm tired of it. I think hopefully it'll run its course soon. I don't know if it's still out there because it was everywhere. I swear, everybody I think they made fun of it on Saturday Night Live and all these different shows.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
And baseball. You know how you go to the baseball games and they have the kiss cams and things at the baseball games. They were making fun of it. So it's funny, but it's kind of getting old. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely beating a dead horse. It's still all over my like Instagram. I think TikTok too. I'm like, I don't care actually. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Big Brother time, guys. So the premiere episode, the only intro package that I wanted to talk about was Adrian, and he's the one who built like the Big Brother competitions in his backyard to practice, and he raises praying manti, whatever. I thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm. And fun fact, he said he raises them because the praying mantis, they look over his garden. They keep the bugs and the pests out of his garden. I thought that was pretty cool. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
And at first I was like, I thought that everyone got a package but Catherine, but mom was like, she got a package. Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She talked about being a fine dining server. And fun fact, she is from South Carolina, and Ayana and I are both from South Carolina as well. Fun fact.
Oh my God, mom, don't tell all our business.
But yeah, she got a package. It was just underwhelming. That's all. It's nothing memorable.
Yeah, who cares about Catherine? Just kidding. I'm not. Okay, so all the house guests, all the house guests are in the house, and then the lights go out, and Julie and the HOH relic are missing, and they're stolen by the mastermind. And in order to like continue the Big Brother game, they have to find Julie and find the HOH relic. So mom, what are your thoughts on like this mastermind character, I guess, in the game?
I like the mastermind. It's another dynamic to the show. And it's another obstacle for people to actually win the $750,000. I really like it. I think it's a fun twist. I enjoyed it.
I don't like it. I mean, I don't know. I think I see both sides of it. So I guess on one end, it's like I don't understand why there needs to be like a tormentor. So like last season we had Ainsley, and then we also had Janky, and it's like Janky had them living outside for like a week, eating pizza and ice cream and singing songs, and I'm just like, why are we torturing them? But then also it's like, okay, there's this big bad, I guess. Like at least everyone's like all against the mastermind or all against Ainsley or Janky or whatever. So I don't know. I guess a common enemy.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I like it. Like I said, it has dynamic to it. I enjoyed it. He's very sinister, and I like it. And like, what was that? Nikki said she likes his eyebrows. I like his eyebrows.
Oh my god. Too. Yeah. What were you saying? You were like, what if it's Julie? What if the mastermind is? That's funny.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, what if they take the mask off and it was actually Julie the whole time? That'd be so cool.
I would love that actually. Like she would be more like involved in the game.
Yeah, it'd be so nice. Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah.
Okay, so the competition to find Julie, they have to build this like bridge to the doors. There's 8 doors, and then with the doors, they listen to messages about what Julie was wearing, and then there's only one message that's correct. And what do you think about Julie's outfit?
This one, I didn't. I thought she could have done better with that outfit. I didn't really like it. I didn't like the one shoulder dress at all. But what did you think?
I liked it. I thought she looked pretty. So Zach won the competition, and then Adrian, the super fan, he was close to winning. And then the missing HOH relic competition. So they're in the mastermind's lair, and there's these fake relics, and then there's the real relic. You could literally take a shot for every time that they say relic, or even I say relic. And then they have clues to find the correct relic. And so Jimmy found the missing HOH relic. relic. So then Judy, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Julie tells all the house guests that Zach wins $10K. Like that's his reward, which is like pretty good for winning the competition to find her.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jimmy's reward is only 4 house guests will play in the HOH competition, and Jimmy will choose those 4. What did you think about that?
I actually liked it, but the funny thing about it is he was meeting with everybody, and he was asking who wanted to nobody wanted to compete. Everybody was like, no, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. So I thought that was pretty interesting. People are just so worried about getting their hands dirty so early and on in the competition. This is only the beginning. So I think people need to just jump in and let's go play the game. But I thought that was so funny.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like that only 4. I like the fact that like the whole house plays. I think that's so much more fun. Like when you have a whole bunch of people playing, like everyone playing. But I guess we'll get that with the next age. Well, no, because it'll be minus 1 person. But you know, whatever. I like when the whole house plays HOH. So I thought that was weird. But yeah, I agree. Jimmy meets one-on-one with everyone, and like pretty much no one wants to play. But I think that you should. It makes sense to like just go ahead and just play versus being like, no, I don't want to play. But Adrian, Zay, Keanu, Ashley, and Vince, they were like kind of open to playing HOH. So, and then Jimmy picks the 4 people to play. He picks himself, Vince, Ashley, and Adrian. And then before the competition, Vince, Jimmy, and Ashley come to an understanding, and they're basically like, if they win, they're not going to nominate each other.
Yeah.
So Vince wins HOH. And then Julie tells them that this season AI Arena, well, they call it BB Blockbuster, but it's pretty much like AI Arena from last year, BB 26. It's back permanently this season, BB 27, and it's called BB Blockbuster. What do you think about it, like being back permanently?
I loved it because I loved it last season. I thought it was great. I love it. I love the fact that when they win it, but they don't know what it is right away, and then it's revealed later. I really like it. How do you feel about it?
I also like it. I feel like otherwise, like the game is pretty boring because like when there's two people on the block, everyone pretty early on kind of decides like where their vote's gonna lie, and then they're just kind of like waiting until it's time for eviction. It's yeah, but now it's like it's way dramatic and like the votes are close and it's like you don't even know who's gonna be on the block. It's like very interesting. So I like it. I'm glad that it's back. And then after that, Rachel Riley walks into the house, and honestly, like when this lady walked in, I was like, yeah, this is just a lady to me. I don't know who this is. She called herself like reality TV royalty or something. I was just like, girl, who is this? But mom knew who she was.
I did, because I've been watching Big Brother since it first came on. I saw the very first episode, and Rachel Riley is considered to be upper echelon for Big Brother. She was a good competitor, but I'll say back in the day, I don't know how she is now, because she's older and she's married with children and whatnot. But she was a contestant on season 12, and she won season 13. And when she won season 13, she was absolutely amazing. She was great. She's a great, great, great player. So I'm very interested to see how she's playing now in 2025. I'm really interested. Yeah. But calling yourself,
I didn't know she had kids.
Yeah. How many she had? I'm not quite sure. I thought she said she had 2. But yeah, she has children. She has children and she's married. She's married to actually a guy that she met they were in the house together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, showmates. But yeah. So I'm interested to see how she plays the game now.
The mastermind like kind of comes onto the screen, and the mastermind announces to the house guests that there's an accomplice, and the accomplice like helped the mastermind like let Rachel Riley into the house, and they have to figure out who the accomplice is. And if they figure out who the accomplice is, then the accomplice won't be an official house guest, so they'll just go home. What did you think about that twist? I thought it was so good. I was like, wow.
I loved it, because I had no idea who the accomplice was. Like, this sounds juicy and so good. But yeah, I love it. Just like it's just another twist in the game. I love when Big Brother does that, because like you said before, to add to what you said before, it makes it interesting. Great. Yeah.
Okay. So basically everyone's like trying to figure out who the accomplice is, and Lauren had a really good theory, and she said that the accomplice has to be a girl, because with Rachel in the house, that makes 9 girls to 8 guys. And I was like, oh, wait, that's good. But yeah, you were like, no one was really listening to her, right, Mom?
Nobody was listening to her, but it was an excellent theory. It really was, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then they vote one by one in the diary room on who they think the accomplice is, and 5 people thought it was Zay, 11 people thought it was Riley.
They did. Oh my gosh, Riley was very upset about that, wasn't he? He was hyped.
Yeah. They thought it was Riley because I think when he got into the house, he like ran, like made a beeline to the bathroom, and everyone was like, there's no way he really had to go to the bathroom that bad. Like he probably was figuring out or doing his little like stuff to let Rachel Riley into the house. And then they thought it was Zay because I think his face like went beet red or something, which like, why was it going red? I don't know. Maybe he was embarrassed or like, well, I don't know what was going on, but yeah, that's why they thought it was Zay. And then Mom, who's the accomplice, or who was the accomplice?
It was Amy.
Yeah.
And she did such a good job. When they showed it back, she did an excellent job. She was great. Yeah,
she did really good. And it was revealed to only like us, like to the audience. So the house, they still don't know like who the accomplice was. I do think like, I feel like the accomplice should have been a season long thing, like not just the one off about letting in Rachel Riley. That would have been way better.
But do you think it's a one-off thing? You don't think that she's going to do other? No, because they had to figure out who. Yeah, that would have been great. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that would have been great if they had it all season long, where she was just doing little things to like help the guy with the nice eyebrows, as Mickey calls him, to sabotage.
Oh, the mastermind.
Mastermind. Yeah.
She did. At first, I thought it was gonna.
continue the
I thought
whole
it was going to
season.
be a season-long thing, but then Julie was like, Amy was, not Amy is, like past tense kind of thing.
She did say that, didn't she? Yeah. Darn it. Good twist, though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So since Rachel couldn't compete in the HOH, the producers pretty much give her a gift, and they're like, she's a have-not, along with 3 others, and the have-nots are safe from eviction. And so Rachel is able to pick the first have-not, and then the next person picks the next have-not, and then it's like a chain. So what's her name? Rachel picks Will picks Zach, and Zach picks Ava to be have-nots.
And why did he pick Ava? Ugh, I hated that part.
I don't know. Something about her, she was looking he said that she was looking like a puppy dog or something like that.
Yeah, he was going to pick Lauren, but then he was he looked over and he saw Ava and she had the big puppy dog eyes, so he had to pick her. Not a fan of Ava, but yeah.
I think it was a good move, for him to pick Ava. Well, I guess to not pick Lauren. It didn't really matter if he picked Ava or not. I don't really think she had puppy dog eyes anyways. She just looked like, I don't know. She just looked like Ava. She just looked like herself. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But can we talk about how, since we're talking about Rachel, can we talk about how Jimmy does not like Rachel being there at all? He's the only smart one. Everybody else is so excited about her being there and, oh, it's Rachel Riley and all this stuff. Jimmy's thinking strategically. He's like, it's not good for her to be in the house. He's very smart. Very smart.
He is, yeah. He also has a really big ego, and he's definitely playing pretty hard. So
he really is, but yeah, like I told you before, I think he's the villain. There's always a villain every season, and I think Jimmy is our villain for season 27.
What do you think about Will? Do you have any thoughts on Will?
I have no thoughts. I think Will is I have no thoughts. I'm surprised he's still in the house, to be honest with you. Because they
well, he was safe.
Yeah, he is safe. But when he's not safe, I don't think he's going to last very long because they do like to get rid of the older people, and he's one of the older people. He's 50. The older people.
What do you think about?
And you know what? I'm very surprised they don't have any really old people because they usually have elderly. They have at least one elderly person in there, don't they? Or did they stop? They've had
I think last season, was it Rockstar? Was she the oldest one? Wait, no, not Rockstar. Bowie Jane or something? No, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know, but I know they usually have at least one really, really old person. This year it's Will, and he's 50. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be in here long. I don't think he's going to win very many competitions. I don't think he's necessarily very smart. So if you don't have the attributes that are needed to be in there for longevity, you're not going to last long. And I don't think he's going to be in there very long. What do you think about Will?
I think it's cool that he's a podcaster. I don't know if he does it full time. I think he's retired or something, so maybe it's just for fun. But I feel like that's cool. And I think he's in Charlotte, which is also cool. So
yeah, that's cool. But game wise, I don't think he'll be there very long.
Oh yeah, game wise, no, definitely not. Definitely not. What do you think about Zach? I like Zach.
I like Zach. I think Zach is a good guy. I don't have any issues with Zach. The only issue I kind of have with him, and I think we discussed it a little bit, is him potentially showmance with Lauren. I don't like that. I don't like it. I think when you get into a showmance, it clouds your vision of a lot of things, and I just hope that doesn't happen with him. I really hope that doesn't happen. What do you think?
About what? Oh, about the showmance?
The possibility of him having a showmance.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I think that would get in the way is he would keep his eyes would not be on the prize anymore, and it'd be about the showmance. But I mean, honestly, if his game isn't even looking that good, then at that point, yeah, just go ahead and focus on the showmance. But what do you think about Lauren? She's pretty. I like her. She seems nice.
Yeah, she's cute and she seems nice and down to earth. I have any issues with her. But one thing about one thing about Zach, did you hear that when he said that he was in his package? I know I'm going back. He played professional baseball with the Washington Nationals.
Oh,
And
and then he was talking about freaking the Savannah Bananas. That was hilarious.
yes, I got so excited because I love the Savannah Bananas. I have to go see them. I absolutely love the Savannah Bananas. I could see them.
I feel like they were near you, I think.
They were at the Grasshoppers.
Yeah. Oh my god, no, Mom, you can't say that. I don't bleep that out either.
Well, yeah, they were close to me. They were close, and I didn't know about it until after the fact, and I was just like, man. But
no,
yeah.
maybe I will bleep that out because that's kind of serious.
Yeah, please bleep it. I'm sorry. I didn't make that.
Dang, yeah, I'm sad. I don't want to edit this. Okay.
But yeah, let's get back to the task at hand.
Okay. What do you think about Riley?
I like Riley. I think somebody made a comment. I think it was Nikki said he gave off. What's that guy you said that couldn't act? That was in Formula One. What's his name?
Brad Pitt. Did she say that?
He said he gave off Brad Pitt vibes. Where?
I'm done.
Where? He seems like a nice enough guy. What's your
Yeah, I heard that apparently he knocked somebody up and then didn't tell them he was going on the show. That's what I heard. So I don't know. I think I heard that from a podcast, and then another podcast they were saying that like he wanted to have like children or something. I don't know. It was interesting about Riley.
Like multiple children.
They were saying like he's I guess like following because he like had a child with someone and then just like went on the show and didn't say it. They're saying like maybe he just like wants to like have children. I don't know.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Oh, right.
That's what I heard.
Quite disappointing, sir. What are you doing there, bud?
Okay, so Zach is called into the diary room and he reads a card and it says that basically prior to jury, he can buy himself off the block at a veto meeting with the 10K that he won, but his 10K goes to the HOH. I think that's crazy. He's pretty much guaranteed until jury.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's a game changer. It can be used for his safety. That's a great perk, to be honest. That's awesome. That's awesome. So either which way, he's guaranteed a spot to the end, but even if he's not, that's $10,000 that he has for his. So that's great. Either which way, it's great. It's great. What do you think?
I think it's cool. I think it's good. Yeah, I didn't. It took me a while to realize that like the 10K would go to the HOH. So someone's getting 10K. It's pretty nice. Yeah.
Which way? That's great.
Okay, so Jimmy, Morgan, and Mickey form an alliance. What was it called? Or what's it called? I don't know. Triple threat. Yep, triple threat. And then Rachel and Amy form a mom squad alliance. Oh yeah, so duh, Rachel would have to have kids. Okay, so then we get into Showergate, which Mom and I have like different opinions on, kinda. Not really. But yeah, so Vince says that anyone is welcome to use his HOA bathroom. And Ashley goes to take a shower. And she tells Vince, like, don't worry, it'll be 10 minutes. And then a lot of people are like, where's Ashley? And then they're like, oh, Ashley's in the shower. And then like some time goes by. And they're like, dang, she's been in there that long? And then someone's like, yeah, she's been in there for like an hour and a half. And then someone's like, oh, Ashley was in there for like 2 hours. Like it was like this game of telephone. And people just like being dramatic. We'll never know how long she was in the shower though, you know? But what are your thoughts on Showergate?
I think it's stupid. I don't know. I think she was inconsiderate, of course, because that's his HOH room. He stated that he really wanted to shower. But he got permission to shower. And he didn't say how long she be in there, but if it really, I think they're exaggerating. I don't think it was 2 hours. Who takes a shower for 2 hours? They're exaggerating. But it was really inconsiderate of her, but I think people just blew it out of proportion. What do you think?
Yeah, Well, yeah. This is where we kind of differ. So, Ashley taking a shower, definitely, yeah. Who cares? That's not the problem. The problem is that she was not apologetic and she was super inconsiderate. Because, like, at that point, Vince or Vinny or whatever, he like didn't even take a shower. Like, she took a shower ahead of him at that. Like, it's not even like she took a shower after him. She took a shower before him and she was in there forever and she wasn't sorry about it, like, at all. So I think, yeah, it's early. You have to be on your best behavior. You have to be on your P's and Q's. He said the shower is welcome to anyone. Okay, cool. That doesn't mean you go in there and you take an everything shower. That doesn't mean you go in there and you rewrite, not rewrite, but you like take this super long, amazing shower in someone else's shower. So, yeah.
Yeah, when you're first coming in the house, you have to stay under the radar. You don't need to ruffle any feathers. Because once you do that, that's going to make you a target. And that's exactly what happened with her. So, yeah. But you know
Yeah.
who really got on my nerves? Catherine got on my nerves. Because she was the one, she was questioning. She's going to actually sit up here and question her. Well, if she was in the shower, was she in the shower? How long she was in the shower? And then she was like, she didn't care about her taking a shower. If you didn't care about her taking a shower, you probably should have up in the first place. A couple times. So that kind of got on my nerves a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that, Catherine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I said that Jimmy thinks that he's running the house. That's my next note. Kelly and Vince, they lock in a final 2, and then Kelly volunteers for Vince to put her on the block. What in the world? What do you think about that?
Stupidest thing ever. Why would you even think about becoming? I think when people are pawns and they're willing to be put up as pawns, they're setting themselves up, because history will tell you that many times that people go home as pawns. She thinks that she's safe. No one's safe in Big Brother. No one's safe. All it takes is like one wrong move for you to get on people's nerves, or you to be a target, and you'll be the one out. And the person that was initially the target will stay. So that was really stupid of her. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't know. That was just a stupid idea. So.
Dumb.
Okay, so next, Vince has one-on-one meetings with people, and he's basically trying to gauge, like, who the house wants to put up. And everyone says Ashley. Like, everyone talks about Ashley and the shower thing. And then we get into Ashley, like, interrupting Vince, like, when Vince is having these one-on-ones. And she's like, she's tired, her stomach hurts. She did it like 3 times. And then one time she did it like back to back, So what do you think about that?
I think that was rude. She's very entitled. Ashley comes off as very, very entitled to just interrupt people's conversation. And she was like, I'm getting tired. So how long is it going to take for me to talk to you? Girl, excuse me, what? You're coming in his space. She's rude. So she's already rubbing the wrong way.
I feel like I kind of was like agreeing with her a little bit, because at one point Vince says that like after he's finished talking with Keanu, she can talk to him, and then after, it doesn't seem like, she's still going up there and asking him like, when are we going to talk, so that was annoying. And I don't know. At the same time, though, like, you are at the mercy, of the HOH. Like, you need to be patient and wait your turn to talk. But I also think that Vince was, like, avoiding her. What do you think about that?
Yeah, he probably was, because I think he promised not to put her up. He said he wasn't going to put her up. So, yeah, he was kind of trying to stall her out. I would agree with that, yeah. But she was still being rude. I don't know.
Yeah. She was.
And annoying. That goes back to what I said about being under the radar and not getting on people's nerves. And that's what she's doing continuously. So, yeah.
And unfortunately, it made her look like really paranoid too. But I think that like Vince gave her reasons to be paranoid, though,
He did. Yeah, he did.
Okay, do you want to talk about Amy's conversation with Vince, whatever his name is?
Amy is just so stupid. I don't think that she's cut out for this show at all. She's not a good competitor because she's in there. She went and she talked to Vince or Vinny or whatever his name was, and she was crying about Ashley. Like, when did they become best friends like that? Every time I see her, she's all up under Rachel. I thought her and Rachel were two peas in a pod. When did she become best friends with Ashley to go to the head of household and kind of like plead a case for Ashley? Did you know they were that close?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they were or are that close. I really think she just feels for Ashley, and she's kind of like on the same like wavelength as you as far as like this Showergate is stupid. But I think she was just doing too much. Like, she took it a step too far to where she was like crying, and then she was like, "Yeah, if Ashley goes home, I want to go home." Girl, what are you talking about? Stop being dramatic and emotional.
That's insane. Like I said, I don't think she's cut out for this. She can't come into that house with that kind of emotions and trying to stick for people. You have to play your game. At the end, there's going to be someone's going home with the $750,000. That's all I have to say. So, yeah, she needs to work on that. Otherwise, she's going to be out the house sooner than later.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us who Vince nominates?
So Vince ends up nominating Zay, Ashley, and Amy. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. And he goes back on his word about not nominating Ashley. Like, he's so lame for that, actually. That's annoying.
But you have to, you can't trust people in Big Brother. You got to take everybody's word. Don't read too much into anybody giving you their word to do anything, because it's a game of backstabbing. And that's what he did. He backstabbed her and he put her up to be evicted. So, sadly enough.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so then this is the veto episode, and Ashley at the beginning, she kind of like mini calls out Vince, and she whispers like asking him why he lied, and then they go talk in the HOH room, and pretty much Vince like gaslights her. It was crazy. And then Ashley cries. So I felt a little bad for her, but I think both things can be true. Like, Ashley crying, she's doing a lot and being really emotional, but I also think Vince like is gaslighting her. So
yeah, I agree 110%. Yeah. Well, I'll say it again. You just gotta you have to take what everybody says with a grain of salt. You trust no one. I think that's what isn't that what Julie says, trust no one? I think that's her
probably saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Rachel campaigns for Amy to stay more than hold on. My next note, basically, I was just like, Rachel is campaigning for Amy to stay more than Amy's campaigning, like, for herself to stay, if that makes sense.
It does. I mean, if Amy stays, that's another vote for Rachel, so it makes sense. That's an ally. So she's going hard for Amy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Rachel gives bad game advice, and she like encourages Riley to ease his way into a showmance with Catherine, but I don't think Catherine is like wanting to be in a showmance with Riley, which I think is so funny.
Yeah, I don't even think he's not even on her radar at all. So yeah. Yeah.
Then I have Adrian has trouble working a washer machine. Do you remember that like part of the episode?
I do remember that was it was very. I didn't pay too much attention to it, but yeah.
That's like the only screen time. Like, that's the only that we saw. Adrian was him like trying to work that wash machine or dryer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Rachel and Keanu have this one-on-one conversation, and Keanu basically talks about like his motivation for being on the show, and that his dad has cancer. So shout out to his family, and I hope they're doing as best as they can for sure. And then Keanu gets emotional talking about his dad having cancer, and they kind of like bond, or I guess like connect, Rachel and Keanu. And then Jimmy pulls together an alliance. It's Zach, Rachel, Riley, Vince, Morgan, and it's called Do you remember what it's called, Mom?
The Burger Boy.
No. She's so funny, guy. It's called the Heavy Hitters.
Oh, yes, the heavy hitters. The heavy hitters. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. And then next I have Rachel says the B word in the diary room. Like, did you catch that?
I did not. And they didn't bleep it out.
And I didn't believe it. I was like, CBS, what's going on? It was crazy.
Yeah, they're going to get fined for that. I don't know. I guess they didn't. They just didn't catch it. They're going to get fined.
Or maybe they did it on purpose, because I feel like there's no way they didn't catch it. I don't know. But he wasn't calling someone a B word. He was like, I think he was talking about like, I'm staying in this B word, kind of like, I think that was the context. I don't remember. I was just like shocked that I heard the B word on CBS out of his mouth, which I'm sure it's happened before, like on Big Brother, but like this episode or whatever, I just like caught it. So I was like, Keanu has a crush on Ava, ? Because like he's following her around. Well, not really following her around, but like every room that Ava's in, Keanu is in.
Yeah, he was following her, and that's crazy. I think you told me before she has a boyfriend. So, but if they were a couple, that's a really weird looking couple. Very odd.
Yeah.
I'm even into Ava because she's a little bit.
What do you think about Keanu?
I don't really like him, and I don't know why. I don't have a why.
That's funny.
I think that's the thing is I don't have a reason why I don't like him. It's something about him I do not like, but I can't put my fingers on it just yet. But I don't like him for some reason, and I think he was weird for following her around like that. I was like, why is he always following her?
That is weird. And you know what? I don't really think I like him either. I don't really have a reason either. But yeah.
See, it's not just me. He get that when he was following her around, he gave me like kind of like creepy vibes. I was like,
yeah. Okay, so it's time to pick players for the veto competition. So of course we have, the HOH Vince or Vinny or whatever, and the 3 nominees. So Amy, Zay, Ashley, and then Rachel and Zach as well. And so Zach says to freaking HOH, to Vince, he's like, if he had the option to take off Zay, he would. After Vince said that he wants the noms to stay the same. Like, hello? That's so stupid. You should just lie and say that you'd keep them the same and make the HOH feel comfortable.
Well, that would make sense, but hey.
But hey. So the veto competition,
that made Vince a little uneasy because he's saying he's thinking he has an alliance with this person, and this person is not saying that they will keep the noms the same if they win. So he did say that, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
The veto competition, they have to figure out from these suspects like who were the 3 at the crime scene. Yeah, based on clues. And who wins, Mom? Who wins the veto?
I don't remember. Refresh my memory. I don't remember.
Ashley. Cool. Ashley wins the veto. I was really shocked that she won.
Oh, she did win. Yes, she certainly did win. She won the veto, and she was very, very, very. I was surprised too because I didn't think she was going to win. I'm happy she did win though, because if she didn't win, guess what? She was going to be. I was very proud.
Yeah, Zach was not good at the competition. It seemed like they were moving kind of like everyone was like completing the competition slow, like they were moving in slow motion. That's what it looked like. And then Vince or Vinny, he was just worried about not throwing up. And then after Ashley won, he like threw a little like fit, which is funny.
He did. He had a little meltdown, a little toddler meltdown. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because he was upset that he had to put another person up on the block. Yeah. So
Jimmy thinks that Vince's HOH is his HOH. And Jimmy is talking to Vince, and he brings up Keanu as a renom option. And then Jimmy goes around the house, and he's like kind of gauging how people feel about Keanu going up. And then Rachel, like Jimmy tells Rachel, and then Rachel tells Keanu. And then Keanu is like, that's interesting. So, like, Jimmy and Vince want me on the block. Okay. But he's like, he doesn't freak out. He's like, well, maybe this is just a game of telephone. Let me go talk to Vince. So Keanu talks to Vince, and Vince is like, oh, that was Jimmy. Like, that was Jimmy's doing. And then Keanu is like, okay, well, I want Jimmy on the block, pretty much. And then Keanu goes to Ava for some reason, I guess, because he likes her or something weird. And Keanu tells, oh no, I think his reason was like, he wants Ava on his side or something like that. So Keanu tells Ava that Jimmy is like, when there's a divide, Jimmy's going to be like at the top on the other side as like the head of the snake. And then Ava goes and tells Jimmy. Yeah, that was a lot.
She's so annoying. Gosh, she gets on my nerves. She runs and she says that she wants to shake things up. She knows exactly what she's doing by going to go tell Jimmy, because Jimmy's going to have a freaking meltdown, and that's exactly what happens. Right? I don't like Ava. But she said it takes eyes off. I think
it was good for a game.
It was, because she says it takes eyes off of her, takes the attention off, puts it over there. Like, oh my gosh! But yeah.
Okay, so at the veto meeting, Ashley takes herself off the block, of course, and then Kelly goes up, like Vince puts up Kelly. What do you think about that?
I think it's stupid. I mean, the reasoning behind it, I think, is the fact that people won't think that they're working together if he puts her up. But I don't think that's exactly how it looks. But yeah, I think it was stupid. It was stupid for her game to be put up. Like I said earlier, it's never good to be put up as a pawn, because sometimes pawns go. Yeah.
I think Vince, he's not built for this game. He's too worried about people like being upset at him for like, it's just like Big Brother is not a sprint. It's not about people being mad at you for like week one. Like, this is a long game. It's a marathon. So like, you also have so many options. It's week one. You can literally put up anyone, and you put up your final two. Like, okay, whatever. At the end of the veto meeting, Jimmy gives a speech pretty much to Keanu in front of everyone, and he says that he's gunning for Keanu. And it was really dramatic, and he flings his shades, and he has some corny lines. He says the only thing fake about him is his sunglasses, and the snake has a bite.
Foolishness. And what did Keanu say? Keanu said, how long did you practice that? And I think he really did probably practice it in like 25 times, because Jimmy was just dramatic. He was just very dramatic. That's all I have to say. It was stupid.
Okay, so now we're on to the eviction episode. Guys, this is a long, podcast episode. Perfect if you have like, you're at work, you're driving in a long drive. This is perfect for you. Or like, yeah, I should have said that at the beginning. Like, get a snack, because it's gonna be a long one. But yeah, so now we're at the eviction episode and BB Blockbuster. I liked how at the beginning, Julie behind her on the house, like the screens, it spelled out Big Brother, but each letter was a newspaper clipping. Did you catch that, Mom?
That was nice. I like that too.
Yeah, that's cool. What do you think about Julie's outfit?
I like that outfit, but I really liked her shoes. I thought her shoes were really cute. Really cute.
Yeah, I thought she looked good. So on the block, is Zay, Amy, and Kelly. I love how Jimmy went to Rachel and he asked her, like, would it be bad for his game to say something about Keanu at the veto meeting? And then Rachel goes like, yeah, do it. No one's gonna remember. Like, that was so funny. And he's so stupid.
She's giving them all kind of bad advice so they can have a bad game. That's funny.
And they just listen too. Like, what? No one's using their brain, obviously.
Because she's Rachel Riley, and they think that she is Big Brother royalty, as she calls herself. Stupid.
Yeah, but what makes them think that she's like looking out for them? Like that don't even make no sense. What? I don't know. So then Keanu goes to Jimmy to clear the air after like Jimmy had the speech at the veto meeting. That's all that I have. Mom, do you have like any other notes about that?
I just think it's stupid because he had this whole big old speech and all this dramatic blah blah blah, and like all of a sudden now they're made up and they're friends. Like, come on, that's like I said, Big Brother is full of phonies and fakes. They're phony and they're fake, and there are no true friendship. It's crazy. Like, yeah, that's all I have to say on that.
Yeah. And then we have a new alliance. This is the one that Mom was talking about earlier, called the Burger Boys. And it's Zach, Zay, Will, Vince, Riley. And I was like, okay, so Vince wants Zay to stay, I guess.
What a change of events, right? Yeah. Phony, but yeah.
And then Jimmy talks to Kelly about how like she's been making some comments that have been rubbing people the wrong way. So Kelly brought up multiple times, for what reason I don't know, how Zach won the 10K. I don't think she's doing it. I don't think she knows what she's doing. Like I don't think she's even aware of like her like bringing it up and like how it's not good. And then she's like making stupid jokes that aren't funny. They're not really jokes. She called Zay, Zach, and Keanu, like she was like, oh, this is an alliance, like a fake alliance, I guess, or whatever. And then she gave them a name, but you were saying the name was like rude or something, or mean.
Kind of like saying they were like meatheads or something like that. They're stupid, weren't they? It was so dumb. Yeah. But I think that she got comfortable because she's so close with who's head of household. She's close to Vince, and so she's getting too comfortable. But she's ruining her game right now completely because she's getting on everybody's nerves. Everybody.
And my nerves too. Oh my god. I'm like, please get her out the house. And then yeah, she's being really paranoid and so much crying about being on the block. Kelly is so annoying.
When she asked to be put on the block.
Yeah. Oh, and then she talked about how like maybe I shouldn't have done this. Like it's a lot more pressure than I thought. Like what, girl? What's going on? Okay, so the mastermind person is walking around the house while the house guests are sleeping. I literally wrote in all caps, absolutely not. I don't know who approved this. I think that's insane. I don't know about that.
I loved it. I thought it was so creepy and just weird.
What? I loved it.
And then when he went to the head of household room with Vince kind of like, he stirred up. He was like he was going to wake up. I thought he was going to wake up. That would have been so good if he woke up and he saw the mastermind.
I would have been terrified for him.
Dun, dun, dun. That would have been great. I really like the mastermind.
I hope it's Julie. That'd be so fun. But I don't think so at all. So Morgan is so pretty. What do you think about Morgan?
I don't think she's pretty. I think
that's funny.
I always pick. I don't. I think she's okay, but I think that every year I pick a person who I think is going to win it all, and I think she might win it all. I think that she's smart. She's an athlete. She played D1 sports. She was on track team. She was a D1 track. She ran track at a D1 school, and she's a gamer. So I'm thinking that she's smart. I forgot what they say her. Well, that's her. I'm thinking that she's smart. I think she's a good contender to win it all. That's what I think. I like her. And so far, she's been under the radar. I don't think she's really done much of anything just yet, but I like her. I'm excited to see her gameplay this season. I'm excited. She's one of my favorite, probably my favorite. I like her, and I like Mickey too. I do like Mickey. I think that she's smart, and hopefully she goes far. So I like Mickey,
I hope so too.
And I like Morgan. Those are my two favorite people right now. Do you have any favorites?
Yeah, I haven't even really thought about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not well. Yeah, I haven't thought about it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So
It's still early.
Morgan, Amy, and Rachel talk about voting out Zay, and then Mickey is like also on the same page about getting out Zay. What do you think about Zay?
I like Zay. I like Zay because I was very surprised at how smart he was. And I know that could be bad as well, but it just is very surprising. He seems like a very nice guy. He seems nice. And I don't think he's really caused many problems in the house. I liked him. I like him a lot. I thought he was a good contender, a good competitor. He's a former athlete as well. He was a cheerleader. I was surprised that he said he was a cheerleader. But I like Zay. I don't have any issues with Zay. How do you feel about Zay?
I think it's funny because I'm like on the opposite, and I don't like Zay. I think he's made some dumb moves, and so like he's showing his intelligence. Like he's going around the house playing chess like super well. He's speaking a different language. Like Mickey is like, she pointed this out like in her diary room, and I was like, yeah, you're showing your cards, like you definitely should not, I'm not saying like play dumb, but it's like don't let people know how smart you are, especially so early on in the game. And then Zay goes to talk to Rachel and Keanu's there too, and he says that he's like gunning for HOH, and whoever votes against him, he's gonna put him up. And he's like, I'm just playing an honest game. Like, doesn't that make sense? And I mean, like, yeah, it does. But like, why would you say that out loud in public to Rachel? Like another dumb move.
I guess. I don't know. I don't like when people dumb themselves down on this show. I want people to be their true, authentic self, and people shouldn't be threatened. How about just play a good game? Doesn't matter. You can be equally as smart as somebody else. I like that he showed that he wasn't just some stupid jock, and it wasn't good for his game, I guess. But I like the fact that he had different dynamic to himself. That he wasn't just all muscle and a dumb jock. But you're right. It wasn't good for his game at all. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it's fine to show that, but just like definitely in a different way, in a different aspect, and not so early. Yeah. But yeah, when he says that to Rachel, he like makes a scene, and then Rachel says something stupid. She's like, if you're gonna come for me, wait till I'm in a gown. And I was like, girl, what are you talking about? I don't know.
That didn't make any sense. That was so stupid. My face was really like, huh? What?
Yeah. Okay,
Rachel
so the
has
block.
rubbed me the wrong. I don't like her. Rachel's too cocky. She's extremely cocky. She's cocky. But yeah.
The blockbuster competition. So Zamie, oh my goodness. Zay, Amy, guys, it's like mid. Zay, Amy, and Kelly are competing, and they have to unscramble 4 words, which like forms a phrase, and then the first person to grab the correct object and buzz in, like they're off the block and they're safe. And I think it was like cool that the letters that like in the competition are the same like newspaper clipping letters from in the beginning of the show, like that were behind Julie. But do you remember who won, Mom? The blockbuster?
Unfortunately, Kelly won. She won. I was ready for her to go home, so I wasn't happy. When she won, she was so smug about it. I don't know if you caught that, but she was like real smug.
At first, I was like, okay, good for her for winning. But then, like, I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Throw her back on the block right now. She was doing too much. She was crying as if she was still on the block. There are bigger things to worry about. Like, someone's about to go home, and I don't care about celebrating Kelly. Like, they were like, Kelly. I was like, girl, I don't care. I was rolling my eyes when like people were trying to talk about like how they were gonna vote and stuff like that. All I heard was Kelly's big mouth. I don't know why her like mic was up so high. I was just like annoyed.
Yeah.
And she was like talking about how she missed her mom and dad and how she's made friends. We don't care. Cut her mic off, actually.
My question was, what was the phrase? They never told us what the phrase was.
Oh yeah, that was my only thing about the competition. Like they didn't even like show us, what the phrase was or anything like that. And I think it's not typically, but like last season with the AI arena, the competitions were always like kind of weird. Like I guess because it's like so like quickly done or last minute or something. They're always like they're run weird or like awkward with like lapses and stuff. But did you like the competition?
It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't one of the better competitions in my opinion, but it was all right. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was fine. I feel like that's kind of typical for like the AI the AI arena. It was not a lot of, but I remember not similar. It's the same thing where like they had to unscramble some words. That was like part of it. Okay, so Rachel campaigns again way more than Amy for Amy to stay. At least though in their final speech before votes, Amy says that, Zay is a bigger physical and mental threat. And then Zay, I was like, I don't like him. Like in his speech, he was just like frantically talking. But he did say about how he will get out Rachel. So what do you think? Do you have any like thoughts on their speeches?
I guess Amy was correct when she's pointed out that Zay was a better physical and a physical competitor than she is. That's pretty accurate. And Zay was correct when he said that a vote for Amy will be a vote for Rachel. And did you see how Rachel was looking at him when he was saying his speech? She was looking at him she looked so evil when she was looking at Zay. Did you pay attention to that?
I don't really remember.
She had such hate in her eyes. It was crazy. But he was telling the truth. He was saying a vote for Rachel, a vote for Amy would be a vote for Rachel. So she didn't like that. But yeah, both speeches were valid speeches. So yeah.
Okay. And so the vote, it is Kelly, Zach, Adrian, Keanu, Will vote out Amy. And then Rachel, Riley. Were you shocked about Riley? Or should I say all of the names? Rachel, Riley, Jimmy, Morgan, Ashley, Mickey, Ava, Catherine, Lauren vote out Zay.
I was so surprised with Riley. That was crazy. What a betrayal.
Me too. Crazy. Yeah. He had no life. And did you catch after Morgan votes, we can hear like audio, well, we can hear Julie talking. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, because I think she said something like, what is the count? Is it 5-1 or something like that? I was like, oh, that never happens. I was like, oh no. But yeah.
And then when Ashley was voting, Julie copied her cadence, and that was funny. And then when Catherine was voting, I literally forgot she was there. I was like, who is this girl?
Stop talking about Catherine. She's gonna be a star. Just wait and see. Wait for some of them.
You don't even like her. Episodes. What?
Yeah, she's crazy. And I like that. So hey.
Oh boy. Okay. So Zay goes home and then Zach cries. He cries like a baby. It's interesting.
That was weird. So you've known him for a week. So what's going on? That's just really strange. And even when he was leaving, he was like hanging on to him and trying to hug him, and Zay was kind of like trying to get away a little bit. I was like, what's happening? Ugh.
I think Zay is like the only one, like the only bro. I think they were talking about like one of them said like bromance. So maybe he's like sad that he won't have that, and he like probably connected only with Zay, and now Zay's gone. So maybe that's what it's about.
That's strange. Okay.
Oh yeah. But I thought it was like it's kind of good. Like good on the house for getting out an early potential physical comp threat. But I think you probably don't think the same because you like Zay and I don't like Zay.
I wish you that would have been nice to see. But oh well. He's gone, so reproduce yourself. It's all good.
And so in Zay's exit interview, Julie told Zay that Riley voted him out pretty much. And then Zay was like, he was surprised because Riley said that he wanted to have a final two with him. And I was like, what?
Once
and
again,
then Julie
you trust
also.
no one.
Yeah. Julie revealed to Zay that Amy, goodness gracious, Amy was the accomplice. That's my last note. So,
and I think that he asked, "Did Riley know that Amy was the accomplice?" And then,
did Rachel know?
Julie
Did Rachel know that Amy was the accomplice?
Yep. And Julie said no.
Okay, Mom. Do you have any other notes for this full week that we just covered?
No, I don't think so. I think we covered everything.
Everything? I'm just happy that we recorded, guys.
Yes, we got through it.
Yeah, we got through it. I'm like exhausted. This is insane.
It's like midnight, but yeah, we got through. We got through it. And it was a good week. It was a good week of Big Brother. Very, very good season. It's early in the season. You can tell it's going to be a good season. So I'm excited to cover it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We definitely got to get to bed. So bye.